here we go with our next project, getting animals to the barn. So we're going to open Scratch Junior. I will tell you as this is loading, there are some things in Project Lead the Way on the computer that are different than we normally do these. So I'm going to show you how I always do this. I like to have the kids' projects all on the screen. The way Project Lead the Way is showing is that we're supposed to add a new page to each project. I don't really like doing that. So I want to see them all out on my screen. So we will start a new project. And again, this is called Getting Animals to the Barn. So we're going to get rid of Scratch Cat, of course, because that's the first thing we always want to do. Make him dance. There we go. All right. We're going to start with a background. And this is going to be on a farm. So you can kind of let the kids, I don't know, there's just, I guess this is probably going to be your best farm. Well, and what do you know? It's called farm. So there we go, farm. I'm a little not with it right now. Okay, so we're going to add some characters. So we are going to have a pig, a chicken, and a barn. So the first character we're going to add is the pig. So again, you choose it. If they double tap on it, it'll plop it in there, or they can click on it and then click the check mark. The next one we will have is the chicken. And then we're going to add the barn. Again, they will just kind of stack on top of each other, and that is okay. We will be moving them around. Tell them, let them stack them on top, and make sure you're doing it in this order, because if you change the order, then it makes it hard for things to disappear because they kind of stack on top of each other. All right, so then we're going to go ahead and go to grid view. This is how we always want to make sure that things are lined up where they're supposed to be. That's why we use grid view. So we're going to start with a pig, and so they're kind of hiding. So I'm just going to move this guy over here. So the pig we want to be on row 3, column 5. And sometimes kids get a little antsy with this because they can't get it to, they can't get them to line up the way they want them to. It's just tell them it's okay if it doesn't work the first time. Just move them around. Just be gentle with it, moving around. All right. Then we're going to go with the chicken, and the chicken needs to be on same row 3, column 15. So I'm going to go over here. Get down there. Okay. And then we want the barn, and we're going to actually shrink the barn because it's too big to be on the screen. So we're going to move a shrink block down, and we're going to shrink it twice. 1, 2. And actually the pig is now almost the same size as the barn, but it is what it is. And I'm sure they'll point that out to you. So the barn needs to be at 13 and row 13 and column 10. There we go. All right. So now we're going to need to make sure we're going to have the animals go up to the barn and then go into the barn, which really they're going to actually be disappearing. And we want them to, you can use whatever trigger block you want. This one is kind of showing that we want to use a different trigger block, which is that when tapped. So choose your character. Always make sure you're choosing your character, because sometimes they, like I just almost did, almost made a mistake. So we're going to click on the chicken, and the chicken is going to have the trigger block when tapped. We are going to be using repeat and move blocks. So get in the repeat. Remind them that the repeat is just so that you don't have to do the same steps over and over again. And actually, it's kind of ironic because they could use a move block and put the number 10 in the move block, but when they do a repeat, it seems more smooth when they move. So we're going to start with a move up. So click on your move block. We need the chicken to move up. And we want the chicken to move up, and we're going to change this number to 10. Oops, 10. Because it starts at 4. That's like the default. And then I always like to try it out. So you're going to tap the character and see, just to make sure that he's going to go up. And it looks like he's floating in the sky, but that's okay. We'll be all right with that. And then always reset, 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 reset. Okay, so then we're going to use the repeat block again. And now we need to get the chicken to go left. So we need to move, and we're going to do move left. And he's on 15, and we want him just to go back. We're gonna change this to 5. And again, it's a trial and error, so you're just gonna kind of see what works. So I'm going to tap him, or her, I guess. And you can still kind of see the top of the chicken. So if you want to change this number, instead of going up 10, if you want to change it to 9, you can do that. But I'm okay with it. I'm going to be all right. All right. So now we're going to program the pig to move. So again, same trigger block, which is the when tapped. And we are going to have this one, we're going to use the move block, and we're going to change this number to 10, just because, and then we're going to have him move over 5. So this is just demonstrating to the kids that you can use a variety of blocks. You can use the 2 different kinds of blocks, and it will work just fine. All right, so we want to take grid view off. We want to make it big screen, full screen, whatever you want to call it. And so now you don't have the green, well, you do have the green flag up here, but remember we made this as tap. So it depends, however you want, whichever character you want to go first. So let's just do the chicken. I'm sorry, the pig. Oh, see, now I see that the pig is still showing. It's like he's a giant pig. So what I need to do, that is what, my friends, what we call a bug. So what we are going to do is we're going to change some things. So what would we need to change? Oh, well, I think that the pig is too big. So we're going to go to the pig. We're going to move these blocks just kind of out of the way. That's just a thing for me. We're going to go to the shrink, and I'm just going to shrink him one time. And I think that should take care of it. And then throw that block away. Again, if the blocks are not attached to each other, it's not going to, it won't do that same, it's not going to shrink again, like, because I have a shrink block. It has to be attached to these guys right here. So let's see how that works. Big screen. Oops. Big screen. Let's tap this guy and see. And you can even go like this. Oh, you know what, you guys? I think that they're still too big. But I'm going to show a different way that I can do this. I can just move the barn up. Like one little thing. No. Just going to move them up 1. And let's see now how it works. And you don't even have to do the big screen. The kids always like to, just because it looks better. But I'm going to go ahead and just... Oh, Piggy's gone. Come on, chicken. And they're both gone. And that's the way we do getting the animals to the barn. Reset. There we go. Now, what the kids could do is they could choose different animals just to make it more creative. If they finish this quickly, they can choose different farm characters if they are so inclined. So, let me save it. So, sunshine, we're going to do this. Getting you, and you can make it short. I was going to do getting animals to the barn, but I'm just going to say barn, because sometimes it takes forever to get them to type. Again, there we go. Wiggle around until you get the X to show up. X, and we're done. And this is the part that's awkward.